fries, and shakes. Very simple, isn't it? Very simple. Fancy seating? No, plastic seats, crazy people behind there. Now, the fact is, we just had a burger on the way here. You know, we just went in there and you get your food and you eat. And Ray Kroc, he was a businessman. And out in California, he met the McDonald's brothers, Richard and Maurice McDonald. They had the very first McDonald's out in California, San Bernardino, California. One store, menu on the wall, burgers, fries, and shakes. Ray Kroc worked on milkshake machines. He worked on milkshake machines, and you know, he had these accounts. They were one of us. He walks in the store and said, "This is pretty cool." A long story short, he got in business with them, and then in the early 50s, he wrote a check for $3 million, and he bought that name McDonald's. He bought the name and moved it to the Chicago area. Golden Arches now. He had one store. Now this is really important that you understand something, because I want to teach you how money's made. Most people don't understand it. Most people think linear. In other words, you trade hours for dollars, okay? Most in the United States, most people go to college to get a degree, right? Not necessarily play baseball. Majority of kids go to college to get a degree to what? To put themselves in a position to get a good job. Make more money, right? Be a doctor, be an engineer, right? Be an architect or something, okay? But here's the thing, they make the same kind of money as somebody working at McDonald's. Not the same amount, I understand, but the same kind. It's called linear income. They trade hours for dollars. So you got the brain surgeon over here, right? Gets paid a lot of money, but how many surgeries can they do in a day? I don't know, but there's a cap, isn't there? Only so many, which means their income is capped forever, because you have 24 hours in a day. You can only do so much in a day, and you get paid on the day you're done. I don't care if you have 10 jobs or one job. You only have 24 hours. Does that make sense? That's it. I don't care what you do. You know, baseball a little different. You know, your contracts, but really you perform on the field and you get paid to perform. If you perform very well, you may have the opportunity to have endorsements. That's a different thing right there too. That's a little added extra. Gotcha. But you got to perform first here, right? You got to be recognized first there, and then you get the endorsements. Because if you don't have the endorsements, you get paid to play. You don't pay or play, you don't get paid. Does that make sense? Doctor doesn't do surgery. I don't care how smart they are, they don't get paid. You don't show up to McDonald's to flip burgers, you don't get paid. With me? So now hold on to that. That's linear income. What I do in Amway is exponential income. I do the work once, and I get paid for it for the rest of my life. How would you like to do that? How would you like to play your first year of professional baseball and do well and get paid for it, and never have to play again? Next year you get paid for it, next year you get paid for it, next year you get paid for it. Wouldn't that be cool? Never play again? Of course you want to play because it's fun, but as far as the income, wouldn't that be neat? Do the work once and have the money keep coming in. The fact is, you pass away and your family has it coming in. That's what Ray Kroc did. See, he set up a McDonald's, became an independent business owner, and went out to Chicago. Let's say this is one store. Over here, trading the port, that's Hamburger University, HU. Over here, Golden State Foods. That's the supplier. That's why the food tastes like it does. That's why there's Golden Arches. Are you with me? And then you have business ownership. All right. Out there in Chicago with one store. One store. What kind of income is that? Linear, right? You can only make so many hamburgers in one store in one day. So what did he do? He opened up other stores. So now, let's say there's 5 stores and they're open 10 hours apiece. That's 50 hours of productivity now. No longer 24. You understand that? There's over 30,000 stores today. One opens up everywhere, somewhere in the world, every 6 hours. A new one opens up. Every 6 hours. Every 6 hours. Ray Kroc's been dead a long time. He died, there's about 10,000 stores. Again, over 30,000 every 6 hours. Here's why. Here's why that happened. Ray not only set people up in business, and helped and taught them, they actually owned it themselves. He franchised himself. So these people own it. Owners care for success, right? Manager goes, is the boss around? You know what I'm saying? If you own it, you're like, hey, pick that up. Hey, make this right. Because you own it. You are all the same way. Ray Kroc was smart. He says, how about you own it? And you know, why it worked so well, he let them keep 98% of the profit. He kept 2%. He made a little bit. They made a lot because of that relationship. They were inspired to go. Fact is, they could own as many stores as they want. Ray Kroc's getting that 2%. Think about it. 30,000 stores. If each store made 50 bucks, that's $1 a day. That's $30,000 a day. If Ray Kroc made $100 off of each store daily, which he probably does before 9 o'clock in the morning, that's $3 million a day. Do the math. It's crazy because he set them up so they owned it, they got access to the same system, and they could flourish with burgers, fries, and shakes. Very limited market, right? Does everybody like McDonald's? Not everybody likes it. Seriously. Does everybody like ketchup? No. Some people, I think, are allergic to it. But there's still ketchup, right? Small menu, big business. So the process here is this model of ownership, support system, supply system. Money being made. Duplication. Does that make sense? Now let me show you what we're doing. Why it works so well. I like doing that comparison. Same thing. Of course, when I'm doing this, I say you are the business owner. You have training support, which is LTD, and you have supplies, which is Amway. Okay? This, in my opinion, is the most important. This is the coach. This is the system. New York Yankees, they got a good system? Yeah. You can't argue that, can you? They're good. They've got history. They've got money. They've got knowledge. They've got standards. They got, would you guys, if New York Yankees said sign here, would you sign?
Hell yeah.
That's right. Because their team, there's a lot of people playing baseball, right? They seem to do pretty good consistently over the years, right? Good team. Does that make sense? Everybody's playing baseball. Everybody understands baseball, but some teams operate differently. We can talk about football the same way, can't we? You know, certain people make it Super Bowl. Certain people don't. They're all playing football. Oh, we're all playing football. Some teams are better. I like talking this to you guys because you understand it more than most. LTD, the way we do the business, we're the New York Yankees in Amway. We're really good at this. We're really good at this. In fact, when you go to the bigger conferences, you see that. Okay? So understand this is the how-to. The team meeting that you saw, the open meeting, the fall leadership, what we're doing here, our support system from listening to CDs and MP3 downloads to the system of atmosphere that we create for you to build your business. That's all LTD. That's really important. How to take advantage of what they offer. Amway, it's a servicing corporation. They make products that are the best in the world that everybody uses. I know this isn't glamorous, but hold on to this for a second. Do people wash their clothes? It's not glamorous, is it? But do you want to be around people that don't wash their clothes? No, especially athletes, right? Can you get kind of bad? People wash their clothes. Almost everybody in society washes their clothes. Now hold on to this. I'm just giving you one example. I won't do this with everything. Just hold on to this. All right. Amway has this product called SA laundry soap. I know it's not fancy. It's not Ferraris. All right. It's not BMW. It's laundry soap. But everybody does it. Everybody washes their clothes no matter if the economy's good or if the economy's bad. Are you with me? Think like a businessman right now. If you had the best soap in the world, which is true, the science behind this, you can find out. You know, it's environmentally sound, it's green before green was cool. Price per use is the cheapest, and it's the most highest performing. It protects your wash machine, to your clothes, to the environment, and people are very happy with it. Fact is, in Consumer Reports, it's always number one. Always. All right, price per use, it's cheaper than anything out there. Now, if that's all true, which it is, who's not going to use it? Are you with me? Yeah. If they have the opportunity to use the best laundry soap in the world, and it's the best price, who's stupid enough, you probably shouldn't have said that, who's stupid enough not to do that? Are you with me? Yeah. That's how I think, it's common sense. Hello, even though some people will go, no, I want Tide. Fine, but you have the best stuff. That's what they make. We have stuff that everybody uses. See, the reason why my business works so well, everybody's a consumer. I don't care if you're an athlete, student, doctor, doesn't matter. We eat food, we clean ourselves, we have credit cards, we have cell phones. We are a consumer-based world. You with me? People do certain things to develop income to consume. We tap into the consumption. We have over 1,000 patents that Amway has that nobody else has. And just like the laundry soap, everything's better. There's all the science behind it. Not only do that, Amway is partnered with companies like Best Buy, Barnes & Noble, Sears, and other companies everybody's familiar with. Bass Pro Shop. They've partnered up with them. So we have access to millions and millions and millions of products and services that you don't have to set up. You with me? So the key is how to work it, LTD. Right, here's the simple marketing plan. I set people up in business. All right? You get paid to move volume. I actually call it 3 ways, moving volume. All right? I call it personal use. In other words, I'm my own best customer. I buy my own laundry soap. I buy Cheerios. I like Cheerios. It's good cereal. You know, Amway doesn't make Cheerios, but I have access to Cheerios through Amway. So that's where I buy it. I buy everything for me. I teach people how to have customers. That energy drink right there, it's a, well, I'm not supposed to say it, but I say it's the #1 selling energy drink in the world. My understanding is like officially #2. 15 flavors, no sugar, no carbohydrates, 49% B12 in these, adaptogenic herbs, NCAA approved. It's the only energy drink that's NCAA approved. My daughter swims for Iowa State University. She's a D1 swimmer. She's an NCAA champion, and she drinks these all the time. She's a powerhouse. In your world of pursuing professional sports, she's already made it. And here's what I mean by that. In swimming, if you get an Olympic team trial time, in other words, to be able to compete for the U.S. Olympic team, it's equivalent to making it to professional sports. She's already done that. So I have a professional swimmer that stands by these products since she was a little girl. A lot of money to be made with this for you guys if you know what you're doing with it. Customers. Of course, we did some grand openings, we have products, you guys are learning that. We have a lot of neat stuff that people can have their hands on. Teams. I like building teams. I like finding people that think like me. Because you find a few, it gets crazy. Again, everybody is a customer, everybody consumes, everybody will like our stuff when they have access to it. You just have to be able to get it to them, and you learn how to do that through the system. All right, let's talk about 4 periods of time of making money. We'll talk about a performance bonus schedule. I can see what's going on in my business. I'm in the office. I don't have accounts receivable. I don't have employees. They do everything for me, which is pretty cool. Now, to make money, you move volume. Personal use, customers, and teams. So I teach people how to do 150 points of volume. Do you have to? No. But that's the best business decision that you can make. Plus, why did some of these guys do their volume already? Who? What'd you do? Your volume your first month, or last month?
300 points.
You did 300 points? God, I look for guys like you all the time. You too?
Yeah.
when I show the plan, I teach people 150. If they can do 300 or 500, you get paid more. But here's the deal, 150. Because at 150, you should be at least making $108.50. We'll have to look into that. $108.50. And then I teach people how to start people. 3. We call this fast track. You help them do 150. If you add up the volume, it's 600 points. You have 9% over here. There's bonuses for helping 3 people. There's fast track up to $300. The bottom line is you'll make $500 plus, right there, with a business like that. Is in the open Tuesday night? Anywhere Tuesday? Ben Shelby Herring, stand up. 19-year-old girl, first month of business, she made $800. Yeah, I mean, we need to talk more, I think. I can help you out. Next up, we help these 3 do the same thing. I try to do that as soon as I can because it's a structure to the business, it's a mindset. Check in hand, if you add that up, it's 1,900 and 500 points of volume, 15%. The check is about $711.50. Not a lot of money, it's an extra 700 bucks. Excuse me, but once I get you here, working with the team, I'm going to help you duplicate that 3 times. All right? And when you do that, it's right at 7,500 points. I like to annualize it. It's about an extra $52,000 a year. How long does that take? As long as you want. I've had people do it in 6 months, 9 months. I've had people take 5 years. It depends on what you want to do with it. Does that make sense? But the key thing is to hit 7,500 points. Because here, let me show you the big money. 7,500 points. Here's something that you don't see explained in the big plan. All right, my goal is to get you to 7,500 points. Now, who registered who? Who did you register here?
I registered Christian registered Roderick.
Christian, this is you, right? Of course, this example applies to everybody, but I'm just going to make it real. Josue is part of this team, registered you in the business, and our goal is to help you go 7,500 points. Through customers, personal use, and building a team. You got 10 people over here, 3 people, you know what, it doesn't matter. It's volume. Are you with me? It's better to do it through people. I'm going to show you another little thing when I'm done here, but I'm showing the plan right now. 7,500 points. That's when you start making an extra $50,000 to $70,000 a year. Depends on your structure. This is the goal. Sooner versus later. This is the hardest you'll ever work in this business to this point. When you go 7,500 points, you break away from Josue. He no longer gets credit for your volume. What he gets is a 4% check. 4% check from Amway based on your business. So you're making $2,000 to $3,000 a month. He's making about $700 to $800 bucks. Not from you. Not from you at all.
From Amway?
Yeah, he gets it from Amway. It doesn't come out of your pocket. Amway goes, good job, Josue, for helping Christian. We're going to pay you 4% of what he does for the rest of your life. Good job for doing that. You deal directly with us now. All right? So, knowing that, once you've learned how to go 7,500 points, and the team has helped you, I'm talking big money. I'm talking a 2 to 5 year plan now. Okay? This is long term, 2 to 5 years. The way the business is today, that's how long this should take. 2 to 5 years from being brand new. Do you suppose you could help us teach people to go 7,500 points? Build those teams? Let's say, well, I'll just tell you my story. I helped a guy named Dennis Herring go 7,500 points. He broke away. I helped another guy named Chris. I met him in a gym. Broke away. I helped Another guy that, well, was my boss that quit, that started a guy, Don, which this team's all about, broke away. I helped another guy named Steve Houston. Steve and Amy Houston is another team that I have, deputy guy. Actually, Amy's the one that got started. His wife is the one that pressed in. They broke away. I've helped 4 break away. My first, with three organizations, just 3, not 4, 3, my best month has been $185,000. 1 month. 4% checks, all kinds of other bonuses. You help 6 break away from you, it gets crazy.